welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today we're covering the one, the only Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, who didn't grow up with this guy? I mean, come on, it's the Sega's version of Mario. The dude's famous. I've played most of the video games, my favorite being Sonic Adventure 1 on the Dreamcast, the best gaming console of this known universe. My favorite voice actor for Sonic is still Urkel. If you didn't know that Urkel voiced Sonic, then you have never been a fan of this character. Point being, I had some expectations going in. It was unavoidable. The question is if this will meet those expectations, or if it will make you get into a potation. Let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day, potation, the action of drinking alcohol. Sonic the Hedgehog is all about an alien creature that has the superpower of unlimited energy, which is what he uses to run really fast. With the help of some very special rings, Sonic has teleported from his world to ours and has been on the run ever since. But can he run as fast as he should to escape the nefarious Dr. Robotnik? Can he really roll around at the speed of sound? Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Gotta love the music in pretty much any Sonic game. Anyways, so like I said, I had some expectations going into this film. First, the design. I'm glad that they changed it, as I'm not really sure how it would have truly gone over if we had an hour and a half of the original design, that wasn't Sonic at all. So it was truly an unprecedented event for them to completely redo Sonic's design after a trailer, so that's pretty awesome. Now, when it comes down to this blue hedgehog, I do believe he needs a certain attitude whenever he's doing anything. And that is, as a general idea, his coolness. He's a cool dude, like the Fonz. Actually, he's typically like Spider-Man from my experience. Behavior-wise, oftentimes he's sarcastic, he's quick-witted, makes a lot of jokes, but the Sonic in this movie isn't exactly like that. He's cute, he's likable. A little bit of a downer, though, because he's a bit of a doubter and worrier, too, which to me doesn't sound a whole lot like Sonic, but if you see this as more of an origin story, where he hasn't fully grown into that Sonic that we know yet, it works for what it is. So his character profile, it's okay. Still no Urkel voice, but Ben Schwartz does a decent job in the role. Now, Robotnik. Robotnik, I'm torn on because I also don't think that character looks, sounds, or acts anything like Jim Carrey, but at the same time, it's Jim Carrey in a funny role again, something we haven't really seen for, 15 years? That alone is so good to see, especially coming from a fan of Jim Carrey. His role is sometimes akin to Ace Ventura at times, like an evil Ace Ventura, given the fact that he's a ridiculous detective again. He does okay, though. He eventually gets to a place where I can see, once again, that this is an origin story for his character, where it starts out one way, but ends up in a spot that's a lot closer to what you'd expect. I'd like to quickly cover some aspects of the story and the roles, and I apologize if this is a little bit confusing. What we have here is a typical cat and mouse themed narrative. It has a main character arc of facing your fears, and that much is evidently clear. What's not so clear is who's the main character. Is it Sonic, or is it James Marsden's character, Tom, who both need to face their fears? They're both very much mirroring characters, both heading a very specific direction, and both need to come to realize that maybe they don't need to do that. And while mirroring can be a very effective literary device, there's a huge missed opportunity here, because structurally you need an influence character to create a fork in the road, so to speak. And that fork in the road is to challenge the main character on what they should actually do. The closest that comes down to is James Marsden's character wants to move to a bigger city to be a better cop. Sonic doesn't want him to do that. Sonic wants Tom to know that he can still be a good cop in his small town too. Also, Tom can't be Sonic's influence character because he's not trying to stop Sonic or to create a fork in the road to change his mind about his current mission. No, he's actually helping Sonic try to escape his predicament. So officially, I'd say Tom is the main character, Sonic's the influence character, but because they're on mirroring paths of facing your fears, it's not a huge focus, and it's easily missable. Overall, I'd say that this is a family film that works pretty well for just that, a family film. The performances are fun, the humor is juvenile, Jim Carrey's great, nothing about the movie stands out as one of the best things I've seen in the year or anything. And like I said, there are things that I would have probably changed about any given topic in the filmmaking process, but as it stands, it works for what it is. Normally I break this down to how I view the film from an unbiased and biased perspective, but this is one of those weird, rare cases where my bias 100% agrees with my unbiased view. And both of those scores are 76%, which means that when they're averaged out, it obviously comes out to a final score of 76%, granting Sonic the Hedgehog with a letter grade of C+. It's a good time for a family, but not much more than that. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this film in the comments down below. Is this what you expected? Did it impress you? Were you disappointed at all? Let me know. As for YouTube, you know what to do. Hit the subscribe button if you like this review and would like to see some others like it. Hit the thumbs up button because that always helps out my channel. And don't forget about the little bell icon because that'll help notify you when I come out with my next review. And until then, peace out!